Coven, welcome back to the mat and welcome to my channel. For those who are new here today, my name is Bethany, I am the Yogi Witch, and today I'm going to guide you through a 25-minute Yin-Yasa style practice. So when I've popped up on my Instagram stories what everybody wanted from yoga, this was one of the most requested flows, the kind of combination between dynamic movement and long hold poses. And as there is a random end of summer heat wave going on here in Wales, I thought this would be the perfect time to kind of take that heat and bring it into the mat and bring it into our practice for this Yin-Yasa style flow, if any of that made sense. It's going to be super fun today, so working through some dynamic stretches, so mixing mobility and strength training, and really playing around on the mat. So when you're ready, we're going to begin straight away by coming in to a tabletop position. So just give yourself a moment here, setting yourself up in tabletop, really spreading the fingers, press down through the knuckles, and start to work through some really gorgeous cat-cow movements. So inhale to drop the chest. Exhale to curve. Inhale, drop the chest. Exhale to curve. Beautiful. Keep this movement going. Really find the kind of fluidity in the spine, the rolling of the shoulders in one direction, in another. And if you are quite happy, kind of staying with a little chilled out version of cat-cow, still stay here taking your movements. If you're looking to bring a little bit of hamstring strength, you're going to bring the knees to touch, untuck the toes. On your inhale, squeeze hips to heels and arch the spine. Exhale, relax down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Take it 4 more times. 3 more times. Once more. Before we bring that body back into a neutral position, just stretching out the shoulders for a moment, extend the left leg, extend the left arm, thread the right arm underneath, coming to lie onto the side of the head, option to stay here, option to extend the left leg behind you, toes to the mat, and find a little bit of a balance. You can even go one step further by bringing the hands to prayer and explore a deeper twist. Holding for 3, for 2, and for 1. Relax left knee down, left hand to the mat, roll body through tabletop, and we take it to the other side. Right hand comes forward, thread the left arm underneath. Option to stay here, option to extend the right leg behind you. If you'd like to intensify this stretch, bring those arms into prayer. Holding for 3, holding 2, and 1. Relax right knee left next to the left, right hand to the mat, roll the body to tabletop. Starting to find that strength and mobility. We're going to bring the knees to touch, and from here we're going to start to take some fire hydrants movements. So you're going to lift the left knee up and flex into the foot. So looking to keep that weight distributed between both hands. We inhale to lift left knee to the side. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And lower. We lift for 4. Lower. For 3. Lower. Keep going. Lift for 2. Lower. Lift for 1. And lower. This time bringing in a little bit more fire. We're going to inhale to lift and extend. Bend and lower. Lift, extend, bend and lower. Lift for 4, extend, bend, lower. Lift for 3, extend, bend and lower. 2 more times. Lift for 2, extend, bend and lower. You've got it. 1 more time. Lift, extend, bend and lower. Keep that left knee Lifted, really start to find the fire as we point left toes. And all we're going to do is take gentle movements and tap left elbow, lower down, tap and lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, yes, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Inhale to extend left leg behind you. On your exhale, pivot right toes over to the right hand side. Lift left arm up and overhead and find your way into a full body stretch, finding as much length as you can from fingertips to tippy toes. We inhale. Exhale, left hand down to the mat. Come back to tabletop. Oh my God, that's spicy. Ready to take this to the other side. So remember, don't shift all your weight over to one side to help you keep balanced. Keep your weight centered. From here, we bring the knees to touch and lift right knee up, flex into the foot. Inhale to lift and lower. Lift and lower for 5, 4, 3, for 2, and for 1. Yes, Coven, keep it lifted as we make that leg extensions. So lift, extend, bend, lower. Lift, extend, bend, lower. Lift for 4, extend, bend, lower. For 3, extend, bend, lower. For 2, extend, bend, and lower. For 1, extend, bend, and lower. Ready for those little tricep taps. We point into the right toes. Core is burning as we tap left elbow, lower down. Tap and lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower right knee down to the left, tuck toes under. Sit back on the heels, so stretching up the feet. Make a fist here, taking some wrist rolls in one direction. Wrist rolls in another. Taking any kind of wiggles with those wrists. Yes, before we flip the hands back to the mat, tuck those toes under and come to meet me in downward facing dog, beginning to pedal out the leg. So bend into one knee, bend into another, nod the head, yes, shake it now. Ready to move into the first flow. We bring big toes to touch. Inhale, pull right leg to the sky. Bend the knee off to split dog as we inhale. On your exhale, bring right knee to tap right elbow and step outside of the mat. Coming into lizard pose. From here, we're going to pivot onto the side of the right foot. Pivot left heel over to the left hand side. Inhale, we lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And lower. Keep it going. Inhale, lift. And lower. Lift for 2. And lower. Lift for 1. And lower. Gently bring right hand to the mat. Pivot on the left knee. Make sure you bring the top of the knee down to the mat. Bend into the left leg and reach around to find bound lizard. Taking hold of the ankle, flex into the foot and start to pull the arm away from you. Breathing deep into the belly. Finding this fire together. We inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, relax back leg down. Right hand to the mat. Lift it in to three-legged down dog. Inhale, pull the leg high. On your exhale, we're going to bring right knee to the right wrist and lower the leg down. Coming into a little bit of pigeon pose. We lean forward and slide the back leg back. So start to find a little bit of movement here. Maybe a bit of a wiggle. And then before we start to find a strength exercise and then a hold in pigeon, we're going to bring the hands to frame the front foot, starting to find a little bit of movement. We're going to take some cobra roll. So we inhale to lift, exhale, bend the elbow as you roll down. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Gorgeous movement. Keep it going. 3 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, we lift the chest and we bring the hands flat to the mat. So what we're going to do is we're going to work from a pigeon pose into a floating tabletop hold. So it's going to be quite strong. Modify as much as you like by keeping the back knee down and taking it slow. But from here, we're going to tuck left toes under. When you're ready, we're going to lift left leg up and float right leg out. Come to plank. Lower down, come to pigeon. 4 more times. Lift to plank for 4. And lower for 3. And lower. And 2 more times. Lift for 2. And lower. 1 more time. Lift for 1. And lower. Untuck the back toes. Wiggle it away. And roll down to the forearms. If you have it in your practice to come down all the way onto the chest, you can do so. It is quite an intense stretch, so work with any blocks or bolsters that maybe you have nearby, maybe you feel will support you better. If you're feeling okay, 10 more breaths. Keep breathing with every exhale you take. Allow yourself to rest a little bit in this yin pose. Before all together, we inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, gently slide the hands back to the mat. So you lift the heart, finding a mini back bend for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant the hands down to the mat, tuck left toes under, lift up, and step straight back to downward facing dog. Coming to a flamingo down dog by pressing right heel down to the mat. Squeeze the left heel closer to the left glute. Beautiful. Before we relax left leg down, give your little legs a pedal out. Ready to take this fire to the other side. Bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, float left leg high. Bend the knee off to split dog as we inhale. Exhale, we bring left knee to tap left elbow and step outside the mat to come to our lizard movement. So pivot to the left foot, pivot right heel over to the right hand side. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, lift for 3. And lower. Lift for 2. And lower. You've got it. We inhale, lift for 1. And lower. Lift back into that lizard. So make sure you pivot on the right toes as you lower right knee down and bend into that back leg. Coming to bound lizard, we flex into the left foot, take hold of the ankle and allow it to push us away. So you open up the spine. It is really intense here, so make sure you keep breathing. Oh my God, I'm sweating. Holding for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Relax the back leg down. Left hand down to the mat, and from here we're going to lift straight back in to a 3-legged down dog. So tuck right toes under, pull left leg to the sky. Inhale, point the toes. Exhale, bring left knee to the left wrist and lower the leg down, making sure you slide right leg behind you, maybe coming to rest on a block. But give yourself just a little wiggle here to get comfortable in your pigeon pose. When you're ready from here, we're going to come to take some cobra rolls. Move onto the fingertips. Inhale, open up your heart. Exhale, bow low. Inhale to lift, shine the heart forwards. And exhale, lower down. 3 more times. Once more. Lower down. And then as you lift back up, we're going to bring the hands to the mat. Before we come in to that gorgeous pigeon pose hold, we're going to take pigeon pose to floating plank. So press the hands down, tuck right toes under. Inhale, lift up to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift plank. Exhale, lower. 3 more times. Inhale, lift and lower. Inhale, lift for 2 and lower. Yes, 1 more time. Inhale, lift for 1 and then lower all the way down. Slide the right leg back, untuck the toes, come down to the forearms or come to lie flat to the chest. Giving ourselves 1 minute here. Get back in control of your breath. Embrace this heat, this fire that you created through your movements. Before all together we inhale. And we exhale, gently press the hands to the mat and begin to roll the body up. From here, we tuck right toes under, coming straight back into a flamingo down dog. Lift up, step back with the left leg, press the heel down and squeeze the right heel close to you. And then begin to pedal out the legs. Beautiful. Starting to bring in a little bit of spinal mobility. Before we come to take a look at our back bend, we're going to take some down dog rolls. So 2 ways you can do this. For the first, you can come to a softer variation where you roll the body to plank and then arch into the spine, bend into the knees and take the hip bones to the sky. Or you can try and keep those legs completely still. I'm not very good at it, so we just have to bear with this awkward movement where you round into the spine and then arch the chest. Round and arch. Trying to keep those legs as still as possible. Taking it for 3, for 2, and for 1. Come back to down dog and relax the knees to the mat. From here, bring big toes to touch, take the knees wide And we send hips to the heels, lifting the chest and give those hips a wiggle. Taking a few wrist rolls in one direction and take a few wrist rolls in another. Oh my God, I'm absolutely sweating. I should not have eaten those cheese puffs before I started this flow. Oh, okay. So coming into our back bend today, we're going to first take some camel rolls and then option to find a camel pose. But remember, this is just a short, sharp, spicy little practice. If your body doesn't feel comfortable coming into a full back bend, please do not do it. Focus on opening up the spine with some cat-cows or those camel rolls. But with the big toes to touch, on your inhale, we're going to lift those hips. And as we do, we're going to swing right arm forward, left hand touches the ankle or the calf. Exhale to sit down. Inhale, lift to the right hand side. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And start to find a little bit of fluidity here. Getting a little bit deeper each time you move. Beautiful. Taking it for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Beautiful. Gently relax hips to heels. This time we bring the knees about hips width apart and lift the body up. Tuck toes under or keep them untucked. But we're going to bring the hands behind the hips, so fingertips point down. Coming to take our camel pose, maybe you choose to simply press the hip bones forward, hands to the back of the hips and arch the spine, or if you have it in your practice to take hold of the heels, you can do so. You can even bring hands to prayer as we hold for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the body up. Hips to heels, come straight back to child's pose, flipping the palms to the sky. Now, if you feel okay and you want to take one more camel pose, you can do so. For me, camel pose is pretty much a love-or-hate pose, and today I'm not feeling a second one. So if you want to come to take a second one, you come to do it now. If you're happy chilling with me in child, stay here 10 more breaths. If you've taken your camel pose, come to me in child's pose. And then from here, we flip hands down to the mat, roll body to tabletop and swing the legs all the way forward to come into a comfortable seated position. Come to take a few seated cat-cow stretches. Hands to the knees as we inhale, arch the spine. Exhale to curve. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale to curve. And take it a few more times. And then gently bring the chest into the center and come to stillness. Slowing down the breath here with a few really aware breathing. We're going to bring the hands to the top of the chest. And take a few deep inhales going in to the top of your lungs. Breathing in through the nose and breathe out. before we take the hands to the ribs. Gently breathing in through the nose and out. Feeling the ribs open and close. And then take the hands down to the belly, feeling your belly rise and fall with your inhales, with your exhales. Before we take the hands down to the lap and feel your breath effortlessly flow to the base of the belly. Feeling it rise and fall. Feeling our power, our fire radiating through our physical body, radiating through our spiritual body, and feeling reconnected to our mind, our body, and our breath. To seal this energy, taking it with us off the mat, we're going to bring the hands to prayer and always bow low with love, with gratitude to ourselves, to this online coven for flowing with us, and from me to you. Thanking you so much today for allowing me to guide you through this Yin-Yasa style practice. A lot of mobility, a lot of strength. I'm absolutely sweating. But it was one of the most highest requested flows from you guys. So I hope this was okay. If you're looking to flow longer, this month over on my membership area, the On Coven, it is a Root to Rise focus theme. So we will work through a 1 hour space through strength practice, very similar to this. We've got a lot of lower body mobility coming in, and we even have a 1 hour autumn equinox practice coming at the end of this month. So you can find out more about my membership area in the description box below. But I would love to know how you got on today. Send me a message over on my Instagram at @TheYogiWitch, comment below. But thank you so much for joining me here today, and I cannot wait to flow with you again. From the bottom of my heart, Coven, blessed be.